Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Shane from Storm Shadow 75. Today we are going to be taking a look at Super7 Ultimates Panthro from the Thundercats. So this guy here, he comes with a boatload of accessories. He's really cool, just like the Lino. I have to tell, these guys knocked it right out of the park with this guy. It looks like he just jumped right out of the cartoon, right out into this figure. But anyway, that's what I said about the Lino. So instead of me going on about that, let's start taking a look. So as you can see, he already has some of his accessories. He's got his nunchucks in his hand. Of course, he does not come with two pair. He just comes with the one pair. But this here is, you know, the action pair, so he could be spinning them around. I just thought it was cool. It's like, hey man, looks like he's got two sets. Why not? So that's what I figured I'd do with him. But anyway, so let's get started. So let's take his nunchucks out of his hands. All right. So before we start going over this figure, let's take a look at his accessories first, because he has quite a few of them. And then we will take a look at the figure, his articulation, and all of his details that he has. So here are his claw chucks. That's what I used to call them when I was a kid, of course, because they have the hands on them. It's got a little metal chain on it, and the chucks themselves are plastic. Now, from what I remember from the cartoon, these were not just nunchucks. I mean, you know, the chain would shorten, it would go long when he used them. He could have gas come out of the claws. I remember, like, he could have them come forward and they would kind of open up. And so these were actually more than just a set of nunchucks from the cartoon. But that's actually pretty cool. They were able to make these and, you know, put the little chain on them. So that's cool. And they spin around and they're really long, so you can hang them around his neck, which I see a lot of people like to do. But anyway, moving on. Then you have his action accessory to make it look like he's just spinning these bad boys around. And this here is just a flat piece with the one chuck and then a chain. So it looks like it's spinning. And of course it has a peg right here. And that plugs into this hole here on the blue chuck. So you just take this, plug it in, and there you go. And that is the action gimmick. All right, so with the other things, he comes with the Key of Thundera. I do believe this is for like the Book of Omens. I'm not too sure, but mine, when I pulled it out of the box, as you can see, it's warped. And they had the little plastic wraps around this thing, kind of bent it up a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. A little hot water, get it straightened up. But they did do some really good detailing on this. I don't know if it'll come through, but as you can see, there is the cat insignia on this key on both sides. It's got a little bit of paint right there. And the same thing over here. Then he comes with his welding goggles. Or, yeah, his welding goggles. And these do fit on his head. So you just grab him and slide them. And they can sit just like so. Or you can pop them down. Actually, let me straighten them out. There we go. And they fit perfect. And they're not rubbing up against any of the paint or taking any of it off that I can see. All right, so this guy comes with 3 sets of hands. He has the 2 that are on him, although those aren't the ones that came on him. He actually has like an open grip hands, which I'll show you, that actually came on him. But anyway, then you have another set of closed hands with the thumb. Well, I guess they're pretty much kind of the same. I think, yeah, I guess they're just another set of closed hands that he comes with. So as you can see here, Well, these just pop off. They're on a peg. You just pull them off, of course, you can see. And then here are his open hands. The open hands, pop these in. And there you go. These are the hands that actually came on him when I pulled him out of the box. And he will hold his weapons with these hands. They kind of just like lay loosely in there. If I can just get him to stand. So they just kind of lay loosely in there on this guy with his weapons or his tools even. Like you can take his wrench. As you can see, it'll hold it nice and relaxed in his hand. So he has this little wrench. It's a soft rubbery type plastic. It's painted red here. So this is probably for when he's working on the Thunder tank, just like he used to in the cartoon. Then he has his welding gun or glue gun, caulking gun, whatever. But I believe this is the arc welder that he uses when he's working on the Thunder tank. Then he has this, and I can't remember what this is. I don't know if this is actually like a detonator to blow something up, or it is something that belongs to the Thunder tank. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the cartoon. I haven't seen it in years, so. But it's got a little detail on it. Nicely painted app here. It looks like it has a screen on it, but nothing on it but fuzz. And a couple little quigglies and a little square, but you know, and this is all soft plastic as well. But it's just a cool little accessory that it comes with. And then the Thundrilium detector. And this here, if I'm not mistaken, is what he used to find the Thundrilium on Third Earth in the show. And as you can see, it has the cat symbol painted on it, which is pretty neat. A little red dot there. Of course, none of this other stuff is painted, but hey, look. I think they did a phenomenal job by throwing in these little accessories, the little details that you have going through. I mean, look at the back of it. But that's what I believe this is. I believe this was the Thundrilium detector. All right. He comes with an alternate head. Here's his alternate head. More of a grrr type face, or in battle, or yelling. But the paint detail in this is really well done. I mean, look at this right here underneath his eye, that paint right there. I mean, it's not sloppy. It's very, very clean. The lines are clean. His eyebrows, I mean, they're all painted on. And the eyes, you know, I don't know if that's coming through well or not. But I mean, look at the eyes. That's really, really well done. And of course, he has a slightly open mouth, like I said, like he's yelling, or, you know, he's in the middle of battle. The ears are nicely painted. And this, once again, you know, he's got a ball peg on the neck, and you just pop this on. So, if you want to just pop this on, just pop the head off. As you can see right here's the neck joint with the ball peg. And you just take his head. There you go. And now you have him with his war face. So that's a cool little, I mean, I won't display him with that one because I don't really care for that head, but you know, I like this one better. It is more relaxed look on this face here. Now, so with the accessories out of the way, let's take a look at the paint deco, shall we? All right, so here's with the head that it actually comes with in the box. Once again, nicely painted on the eyebrows and around the eyes. And you can see they even did like the little highlight of the eye with the white right there, just next to the iris, inside the eye. So I think that's just well done, well done. All the paint in the ears, around the face, the paint on his chest. I mean, I have a little bit of a smudge right here, but no big deal. He has his harness. He has, the cat symbol, which is nicely done on his belt. As you can see, that's very well done. Lionel's was very well done too. And once again, they did the leathering. All right. And with Lionel, the same thing with Panthro. This always reminds me of a, what do you call it? A wrestling leotard, so to speak. Except for the, Panthro has the spikes on his. And that's the other thing too. With this in the cartoon, these spikes used to shoot out, kind of like, Lionel's claw shield. He has his bracelet with the, little nubs on that go around. His arm tie, I do believe that's what that was. The tie's on his tabi boots because Panthro is a martial artist, Ninja Panther. So that's, that's pretty cool. The detail's really nice. This does come off. As you can see right here, you can pull this off, which I'm not going to do, but you can. He does have a articulation inside here, which I'll go over here in a second. So on mine, I don't have very much of a gripe with the way this guy looks. I think he is done fantastic. It's very, very well done. The paint apps are done. Like I said, Super7, they knocked this out of the park once again. I don't know the others, and like I said when I did the Lionel video, I don't know much about them because these are the only ones I have. So getting back to the figure here, all right, so let's get over onto his articulation now. So his head goes down about that far. He can look up. He can look to the right. He can look to the left. His head will spin all the way around. I don't think he'll throw up any pea soup or anything like that anytime soon, but you can get a 90-degree reach on it. He can clothesline somebody. Single jointed elbow. He has a wrist swivel. He has a wrist bend. Once again, same thing on the same side. Single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, wrist bend. And then the one thing I did notice on this piece right here, you move the legs right here. See, it's not together, but that's so you can get better mobility, I guess. And yes, he can do the full split. So even if you turned his feet in, let's see if I can get him to do it. You can get him to sit here, but there it is. And there it is. That's pretty well done. Check him out. So he can do like he can do the full split. Anyway, his foot goes, or his leg, I should say, I'm sorry, goes this far forward, this far back. And of course, we already did the split, so we already know that how far that goes. Same thing, single jointed knee. That's about as far as you're going to get. He has a back forward ankle tilt, and he has a deep ankle swivel, which is pretty good. And his arms, I forgot to finish that also. I apologize. They go all the way around, and he does have a bicep swivel. So, and his bicep is huge. So when you reach the shoulder here, it kind of rubs a little bit. But, it works. This side's more tight than the other. So I don't know why, but that's just the way he's made, and I'm not going to force it. So we're going to leave it at that. But anyway, this is Panthro Super7 Ultimates. Guys, I hope you liked this video. Like, subscribe, share, leave some comments below, and stay tuned for the photos at the end. I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip.